You're moving from SF to LA, and the first big choice is hire movers or do it yourself. Everyone assumes DIY is cheap, but what if hidden costs make it your priciest option? It's not just the truck rental. Think boxes, tape, and fuel for the 400-mile drive. But the real budget breaker is replacing belongings you damage in transit. We will break down the true cost, time, and risk so you can make the right decision. First, the numbers. Professional movers for an SF to LA move typically range from $1,500 to $5,000. For a studio or one-bedroom apartment, you are likely looking at around $2,200 to $2,600. On the surface, a DIY move can save you 20% to 50% of that cost. But this number doesn't tell the whole story. So the choice seems obvious, right? Not so fast. Let's look beyond the price tag at your time and your energy. Hiring movers frees you for other priorities. A DIY move consumes days of packing, loading, driving, and unloading. Beyond time, there's the intense physical effort. Lifting heavy furniture isn't just tiring, it's a genuine risk for injury. But what are the actual risks you take with a DIY move? Let's break down 3 big dangers that professional expertise helps you avoid. First is handling expertise. Professionals know how to get through tight corners and steep stairs without damaging your walls or themselves. Second is proper packing. Pros use specialized materials and techniques to protect fragile items, ensuring they survive the journey. Third is the insurance safety net. With a licensed company, your goods are protected. With DIY, if you drop your TV, that cost is 100% on you. For ultimate peace of mind, you can purchase full value protection. It typically costs about 1% of the total value of your belongings. Remember those DIY risks we mentioned? Here is how they play out on the SF to LA move specifically. First, the truck. It's not just the rental fee. You need to budget for gas, potential tolls on I-5, and separate insurance. Second, the route. Professional drivers are familiar with the logistics, from getting a truck out of SF to avoiding LA gridlock. And that LA traffic is no joke. Arriving at the wrong time can add hours of stress and delay to your move-in day. Finally, after a 6-hour drive, improperly packed boxes can arrive in LA as a jumbled, broken mess. Pros prevent this. Given all these factors, how should you actually approach planning this move, regardless of which path you choose? Let's be clear. DIY can be the right choice. If you have a small apartment, a tight budget, and plenty of help, the savings can be worth it. But success requires careful planning. Decluttering weeks in advance, creating a detailed inventory, and building a master plan for packing. On the other hand, hiring professionals isn't as simple as making one phone call. The key to a good price is booking well in advance. For a long-distance move like SF to LA, you should book 6 to 8 weeks ahead. If you're moving in summer, book even earlier. Ultimately, whether you go DIY or pro, procrastination is your enemy. A well-planned move is a less stressful and less expensive move. So let's connect the dots. The biggest hidden cost we mentioned at the start isn't the price of bubble wrap. It's the cost of uninsured risk to everything you own. That 20–50% DIY savings can vanish with one damaged item, like a cracked TV. This transforms the decision. It is not just about money versus effort. It is about your personal risk tolerance for a 400-mile move. How much are you willing to bet on everything going perfectly during this complex move? So, how do you make the final call? Choose DIY if you have a smaller move, a flexible timeline, helping hands you can trust, and a high tolerance for risk and physical labor. Choose professionals if you value your time, have expensive or fragile items, a tight schedule, or simply want to minimize stress and risk. There is no single right answer. The best choice is the one that aligns with your budget, the value of your items, and your own peace of mind. Your next step. Don't guess. Get at least 3 quotes from movers. Then, build a detailed DIY budget. Compare the two real numbers.